Good afternoon, good evening. Dzień dobry, dobry wieczór. Jestem Jonny. Jestem Połnocnym Irlandczykiem w Polsce. So I'm Jonny, Northern Irishman in Poland resident. I hope you're all well, keeping healthy and happy in the circumstances where a lot of things are closed, a lot of our normal lives have been taken away from us by this horrendous disease, the coronavirus. So in that situation, I'm staying at home. It has been 9 weeks, I think, maybe almost 10. I can't remember exactly, about 9 or 10 weeks just at home. Haven't been out much in that time. And time for a bit of interaction then. So I've asked some questions this week, which is for isolation question time. So first of all, thanks for all your questions. It's good to interact and do something a bit different from the normal blogs that I do out in the city, which is out there somewhere. So let's go through one by one. I'm doing these in the order that Facebook is throwing them up at me. So first question from Niall Rudd. Thanks for the question, Niall. Hope you're well. It says must-have beers and must-have food when visiting Poland. Okay, I've gone through this a few times before. We'll do food first. Pierogi ruski, which is the pierogi. Obviously, it's dough with an interior filling. I go for the potato, cottage cheese, and onion option. Sometimes put a bit of pepper and smietana on top of that. Sometimes a bit of pork on top as well. Other pierogi you can have is the one with spinach, which I like because sometimes it depends on the chef. They do it green for you, so I like the colour element of that. With spinach, it's quite healthy as well. So pierogi is the spinakiem, it's called, with spinach. Also, I like placki ziemniaczane, which are potato pancakes. It's like potato, and you grill them or fry them, and they're pretty good. I normally have those with some smietana or sugar, which is because of the first time I tried it in Gdańsk, that's how they gave it to me. So we can have those. Soups, I like the soups here. Borscht is good, which is beetroot. It's a red soup, very hearty and healthy. You've got żurek, which is it's got sausage meat in it and egg. And the best żurek, this wheat rice soup, is when it comes in. It actually comes in a bit of bread, so like you're scooping the soup out of the bread, if you like. That's good. There's more foods. I like some of the snacks, you know. Even just in a bar, you get like paluszki, little snacks. The snack in Zakopane in the south of Poland is the cheese, which is called oscypek. I'm never sure how to pronounce it. Oscypek. Little bits of cheese, and you have it with cranberry. That's delicious. It's not cheap in the capital, Warszawa, but if you go down to Zakopane in the south, it's all made there, and it's really good. Must-have beers. I'm into my craft beers, but at the moment there's a crisis on with all the bars and stuff being shut, so no alcohol for 9 weeks, which means no beers. But when that happens again, maybe I'll delve back into it. So I guess the ones I would recommend are the craft beers from the smaller breweries, not so much into the bigger brands, but more like the local ones. Of those, which can I remember and recommend, there is, I'm trying to remember the names now. Księży Młyn in Łódź has some of their local brands of beer. Craft beers are good there. Raciborski is quite good. Browar Koziewski is good. They have about 4. They have sometimes a Christmas one. They do. Browar Zamkowy is another good one, which is Castle Brewery. It's pretty good. And in Gdańsk there's a few that I really liked when I was up there. And sometimes you just have to go in and experiment into different bars, and especially the craft beer bars. They're the ones where it's at. But I would have to say, out of the countries I've been in, if I try to compare that with England or Northern Ireland or most countries, Poland is head and shoulders above them all with craft beer. There are more craft beers being produced here. I go into some places and there are 30 craft beers in there that I've never heard of and will never hear of. If I go into a bar in England or something, I'll have probably heard of quite a few of them, and there won't be a huge selection. There's a bar in Warsaw that has over 100 types, simple as that, piv pav. So yeah, that's your question. Next question is from Siva Eddy. Looks like quite a big question here. Oh, there's a link on that. Let me click on that link. Hold on. I'll just turn the volume. It's a link to a song. No. Is that YouTube? Aha.
Good grammar and spelling are important.
That's
but
an
if
advert.
you want to write essays that inspire,
Skip advert. Okay, what's that? Don't know if the lights effect in there. Don't think I know this song. Okay, so that was a song link. It's in one of the comments. You can check that out. It's by Andrzej Rashevich, and it's called Najwięcej Vitaminy. I haven't heard that song before, but it's recommended by Siva Eddy, and it says, the question is, as with the song, it's a quite old one that you might not be familiar with, it states that Polish women are the most beautiful. Would you agree? Laughing, crying, smiley. Okay, would you agree? Beauty of a woman is in the woman, not the nationality. That's not the diplomatic answer, is it? That's the obvious answer. So, are the most beautiful? I'm living here now, so I have to say that, don't I? Any woman can be beautiful. It doesn't really, depend on where they're from. But certainly Polish girls do take a lot of pride in how they look and how they appear, and their intelligent levels. So if beauty is in intelligence and looks, then yeah, they're pretty beautiful. And that works well then if I live here, because they're closer to me than if they weren't so beautiful. The most beautiful, I can't answer that. The most beautiful girl will be the one that I marry. Simple as that. Okay, next question. Paulina Lipiec El Subki, okay, I hope I said that right, has asked me, what are the most beautiful places in Africa you visited? I like that. It's a specific question. Africa only. Africa, Ethiopia, beautiful countryside, nice people. Ethiopia, really good. Bit dangerous with the roads though. They're crazy. The drivers are crazy, but a beautiful country. Other parts of Africa, I was in Senegal. Parts of Senegal are nice, down by the beaches, and the pink lake there, quite natural. Rivers. Senegal, yeah. Zambia and Zimbabwe share the border of Victoria Falls. That's a breathtaking, beautiful waterfall. And I was actually there this year before the virus kicked in. So yeah, Zambia and Zimbabwe as well. And the beaches of Namibia, South Africa and Angola. Oh, there are lots of beautiful places in Africa. Those would be the ones off the top of my head. What do you think about Polish language? I like the language. I've got a book. That's one of my books here. One of my many Polish books. I like the language, and I've spent a lot of time and effort learning it. But I am not a language guy, and I'm not a student. I'm not a great student. I'm not a great language guy. So it's difficult for me to learn any language. But Polish certainly has been one of the easier ones that I've tried to learn. Yeah, I spent a while trying to study Chinese, and that was a disaster. I quit after about 6 weeks. I tried to learn Spanish in Uruguay and also failed. So I like Polish. I especially like the way once you learn how to pronounce the letters, then they're always like that. There are very few exceptions. So if you learn how to pronounce the letters in a city like Łódź, you always know how to pronounce those words. So if it's something like Weba, the L is pronounced the same way, and that's great. So at least I like the reading of it and the writing of it. I'm not so good at socialising and speaking in it. I think that's the issue that I have, but I like it. Yeah, so if you are Polish and ask me that, thanks for inventing such a nice language which has a lot of sense to it and a lot of beautiful words, you know. Even just listening to Polish people speaking with those words, with all the Z's and S's and W's, it's a beautiful language, you know. I remember actually going to Bydgoszcz for the first time, and I couldn't pronounce it. I was like looking at it thinking, Bydgoszcz, 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 and then a girl just came in and went, it's Bydgoszcz, and I went, Bydgoszcz, 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 and I never forgot it after that. So yeah, decent language, and hopefully I'll learn a bit more and get into it as best I can. Okay, next question here is Alex Young, or Alex Young, or Alex Young, not sure how to pronounce that. How do you still earn money, and how much approx? Actually, the Polish style is we don't like to tell people how much we earn, because that's not really important how much we earn. Whether I earn a lot of money, whether I'm a billionaire, or I'm, you know, just about surviving on bread and toast and water is not really important. So I won't say how much I earn, but I will also say that how much I earn varies. So it depends on the season, it depends if I'm travelling, it depends if I'm writing, it depends if I'm teaching. It depends. I earn most of my money, well, at the moment I'm working online, of course, only, so that means teaching online, writing online, marketing online, and through most of my blogging. So that's how I earn money. Before I came to Poland, I guess I had 2 years of only working as a blogger. So it's good that I've varied my incomes now. And I work every day. So if you want to earn money, you'll work every day. No day you'll take a day off. You won't. You just keep working. So actually, that's quite a long answer to the first part. So this video is going to have to be cut into a few parts. So that's part 1. I'll continue in the next part in video 2.